Hi, I'm Christian from the product team at Barebones. Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the glass on your railroad lantern. You can do this entire repair by hand, which is what we recommend. If you do need tools, the tools that you can use are a flathead screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and a cleaning rag. First thing you need to do is check that your lantern has a Barebones logo on the bottom. If that logo is there, that means that the unit is capable of having the glass replaced. Now that we know that the logo is there, we can get started. First step, unscrew the plastic cap on top. This is easy to unscrew by hand. Set it off to the side. Next is a rubber washer. And then third is the metal hood, which lifts directly up. So next we have a metal nut right here, which might have a little bit of glue on the threading. You should be able to unscrew this by hand even with the glue, but if you can't, this is where we recommend a pair of pliers, where you can very, very carefully twist it so the threading is loose. Once it unscrews from the bottom threading, lift the nut directly up and unscrew it from the top threading. Next is this part, which is called a water shroud. It's actually just sitting here by gravity, and sometimes it may feel difficult to pull directly up. And if it is, this is where you can use your flathead screwdriver, and you can very lightly just kind of wedge underneath it to get it to lift up. Okay, so now we have the LED unit. So to remove the LEDs, we need to unplug the wiring first. Pull the top of the plug directly up to detach. This can be done by hand, and you just want to wiggle it very gently, and it pulls out. You do not want to pull on these wires. You want to pull on the top of the plug. If you're having difficulty getting it undone by hand, you can very, very carefully grab the top of the plug with pliers and pull directly up, but we recommend doing it by hand. Once it's detached, you take this plug and you insert it into the hole in the pipe. You're going to pull this back out later, so just put it slightly in so that you can get around it and so that you can pull it out later on. Once the wire is in the tube, you can lift this LED unit directly off. These LEDs are very fragile, so be careful not to bump them, and you want to set this on a counter with the LEDs facing up. Now we can remove the glass of our railroad lantern by lifting it directly up. Make sure to be careful around the broken edges of the glass. So I have a replacement glass which is available for purchase on the Barebones website. Before I put it in the unit, I'm going to want to take a rag and clean it out. You can decide which side of the glass is the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter which. Insert it directly in, make sure it's sitting nice and flat. We're going to take our LED housing. If you can see, there's two metal pins on this pipe, and there's two notches on the LED housing. Those notches will line up with the pins on the pipe. You also want to insert the LED unit into the lantern in the same location you took it off, meaning the plug is by the opening in the pipe. Once we have it firmly in place, we can carefully remove the wire from the middle of the pipe, and we can plug that directly into the LED housing. The water shroud just slides directly onto place. Metal nut, thread on the top threading, and then thread on the bottom threading. This metal nut you just want to tighten by hand until snug. Before I put on the metal hood, I want to turn on my lantern and just make sure that everything works. Since the light is on, I know that I assembled everything correctly. The metal hood has two notches on the underside. These notches go over the end of the metal cage. I'm going to line this up so that the Barebones logo lines up with the power key at the front of the unit. Slide the hood directly on, and make sure that those notches go over the end of the cage. Now it's firmly in place and it can't turn. I'm going to put the rubber washer on top, and last step, take the plastic nut and twist it firmly into place by hand. And that's how you replace the glass on the railroad lantern.